Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with, if you haven't muted yourself, please go ahead and mute yourself. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, September 16th, 2021. So glad you could be with us this morning here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to make you the best version of yourself. And we do that by helping you become financially independent by teaching you how to currency trade with our super accurate proprietary trading tools and our best in the business, one-on-one personalized training. We believe currency trading is a skill that requires one-on-one training in order to learn it. And with our tools and training, we will help you be successful. And we're so confident in that once you've been trained, we'll let you trade with company money and split what you make. With that, in this session, I focus specifically on two types of trades, something called a 10-point trade and the other trade called a thick orange line trade. Those trades are two of a dozen different signals that we have. As you get into training, we go over the various signals with you and figure out you will find one that resonates with you, and we'll create a trade plan around that to let you trade with. So with that, let us get going. We have to start by listening to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right, that guy is a little bit of a bummer first thing in the morning, but let us proceed. In one of the many advantages of our program is we do live trades pretty much every day, and the benefit of the live trade is twofold. One is we're basically giving you a fish while we're teaching you to fish. The people who do these live trades are very good traders. So you get to watch them do their analysis and learn from that. And then also you get to see how accurate the tools are. This yellow group is what's provided to the lights. The green group is what's provided to the regular members. And then the purple one down here is an extra paid session. But you can see once you're a member that they're doing 2 trades a day in the morning and in the evening. In addition to additional training on Wednesday and Saturday. There's also a trade Sunday evening. I had a question. As you know, as you may or may not know, I trade off of a daily trade routine. I check and make sure my charts are connected to the are live and connected, both the MetaTrader 4 and the green charts. I am going to go over something for you to check in a minute because I recently discovered one of my settings on the green chart was not correct. So I will share that with you. It is good habit to review your trades every day. I was talking to somebody yesterday where he was having some trouble And I asked him to start. He wasn't taking screenshots of his trade. Take a screenshot of your trade, and if it goes wrong, you can come back and show it to me or your coach, and we can analyze it and say, all right, well, this is what I'm seeing, and you can learn from that. So, but in order to do that, you need to go back and we need to be able to go back and analyze what you were thinking and about when you took the trade. As we are technical traders, that means we trade based on price action, the price movement as the currencies move. Our indicators are very good at picking up those changes. However, news does impact how currency prices move, and we have some news coming up. And the place we check that news is on forexfactory.com, and it breaks the news down into low impact, which is yellow, medium impact, which is orange, and high impact, which is red. And on the red items, I don't like to be trading when there is a red item. And as we can see, the U.S. dollar is going to announce, they're going to announce core retail sales at 8:30 this morning. We are within 2 hours of that. So the likelihood is we will not take a USD trade. The trade last night has almost stopped out. It's moved about 50 pips in the other direction. I have, it didn't stop out during the night, but this morning when I got up, I did move my stop loss, and I am going to probably after our trade this morning, I'm going to figure out how to remedy what's going on there. Figuring out how to remedy what's going on, you do need to deal with it, but that's one of the values of going in, going into the trading, is being able to fix a bad trade. So I will be dealing with that in just a bit. So we'll stay out of the USD. Someone was also asking me about trading hours. If you go to Market Clock, Market 24H Clock, Market 24H Clock, there is a trading hour, a trading clock that tells you what current times are. So you can see when it is good to trade in certain markets. So right now, all of these markets are current, and then in a few hours, we're gonna, New York is gonna come online, and we've got this overlap. Then it shows us, when New Zealand's on, when Australia's on, when Japan is on. So if you're having a problem figuring out when is the appropriate times to trade, you can pull up this little clock, and it tells you what time it is where. Now let's go to our indicators. This chart is one of the charts that you have in your pool, the 6 light majors. Basically, I call it the composite chart because it's showing us 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1 hour candle. I like to trade off of a 1 hour chart with the 10-point trade and also the thick orange line trade. And it allows us to scan 6 different currency pairs very quickly and see if we have a setup. And I've got 4 different sets of these with different currency pairs that allow me to go through and see if there's a trade setup. If I see the trade setup, then I can go in more detail and figure out if it's a good trade or not. The one adjustment I wanted to tell you about is click on a single chart, highlight it, or come on here, and then right click over the major lines, go to edit settings, and check to see if this y-axis says shared. If it doesn't, pull the drop down menu and click shared. Mine was set to none, should be set to shared. It makes the lines a little tighter. So again, if just click on one of the charts, then right click, right click on the lines, go to edit, check what the y-axis is, and move it to shared. And then click done. And then when you're done, you need to make sure you go and save it so that it keeps those settings. All right, so with that, let's start seeing what we've got for trades. On the 10-point trade, I start with the majors and minors. I am looking for situations where we are either oversold, which means we are below the red line. When we are oversold, that's a buying opportunity, or overbought, we are above the blue line. When we are overbought, that is a selling opportunity. However, the key is figuring out when's the exact right time to take the buy or the right time to take the sell. So I am looking for situations where we're oversold and the lines are going up. So right now I am not oversold here. Well, the minors are oversold, the majors are going up. So there's kind of a conflict here. Euro USD, we are oversold and just going sideways. So nothing there. Pound dollar, we are in the middle of the channel going up. Canadian USD, we are almost through the channel going down. Dollar Swiss franc, overbought going sideways. And dollar yen, we are overbought. All the lines are pointing down. And I've got what's called a double cross, where the red line has come over the green line and the black line has come over the gray line. And all the lines are clumped together. I like this. So I've got the first part of the setup. The first part of the setup is one, we're overbought. Second is all the lines are pointed down, and they are. And third, I've got the double cross. On top of that, which isn't part of the rule, I like it that they're all clumped together. They are just entering into the channel, so that's good. The minors have kind of gone halfway through it. I'm not worried about that. If the majors had gone halfway into the channel, I probably wouldn't take the trade. So once I see this, then I'm going to jump up to the TNTs, and I want to count how many lines are consistent with what I'm seeing here. The two orange lines, the thick orange and the thin orange, are both coming down. So that's consistent. The blue lines are inverted. And what I mean by that is when blue is going up, that means sell. So the two blue lines are going up. So I've got 4 out of 4 here telling me, hey, there's a down market coming or a down move coming. I need to have at least 3 of the 4 here. And I've got all 4. And then to get the confirmation on top of that, and why I want confirmation is each of the sections of the chart are measuring different things. And when I can get agreement across all 3 sections, I've got a good trade. I've got the highest probability of a winning trade. And getting that high probability is what distinguishes a good trader from a bad trader. My current accuracy rate is around 80%. I want to see the lines either going down or the red line on top. Right now, I've got sideways pressure. So I'm going to hold off on this. Now, the green line here, I do pay attention on the pressures, what specifically the green line is doing. The green line is sloping down. So I kind of like that, but the red line isn't. And the other thing why I'm going to hesitate. So we've got the sideways pressure here is because we've got that news item coming on the USD. But I do like that the green line's going down, but I'd like to see the red line going down too. And we don't have that yet. So we're going to pass. We're going to go to the next group. This group is primarily non-USD. So Euro pound oversold going down. Australian dollar yen overbought. Everybody's pointing down. This is similar to what we were seeing before. The minors have almost run through the channel. Majors are here. So I've got everybody pointing down. I've got the double cross. So I've got the 3 points here. If I go up to the TNTs, the 2 orange lines are coming down very steeply. Blue lines going up very steeply. So I've got 3 of the 4 here. And I've got very slight down pressure. Very slight down pressure with green on top. So I've got 3 points here, 3 points here. I've got 1 point here. I would prefer to see the strength of the pressure line has to do with what the slope of the lines are and how close the lines are. So because I've got the gap here between the 2 lines, it's a less strong sell signal. But I've got the setup here. So I've got 7 points. So once I have the setup, what I want to do is I want to take a look at going back to my trade routine. I want to know where the support and resistance are and what the trend is, because that's going to help me figure out how many points the trade is worth. Now, when you're a light, we're showing you a trade where you don't have to calculate what the amount of pips. We're showing you on a 5 and 1, and typically you're going to take three pips on that. Here on this trade, I need to actually calculate what's the trade worth. And so to do that, I'm going to go to the AUD. I'm going to go to a full chart of the AUD JPY. And we're looking at a sell. So let us get a full chart. So here is a full chart. I am going to change the symbol to AUD JPY. And once I have this, I'm going to go ahead and pull the chart back. I want to go back a little bit in time, and I want to add support and resistance on here. So support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And on a 1 hour chart, they tend to be about 30 pips apart, although this is the pound yen, so it might be a little bit different. So I'm going to take the horizontal line. I'm going to just drop a line on here, and then I'm going to move it to where the candles seem to naturally stop. So we've got some stopping in here. It stopped in here. It stopped in here. Drop a new line. Stopped in here. Stopped in here. Stopping in here. Do one above. Grab them, pull them down. Stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped over here, over here. I think let's do one more above. So stopped in here, over here, over here, over here, in here a little bit, over here. Now I'm going to open it back up. So what do we see with respect to a trend? So I'm trading into a downtrend over the last 2 weeks, from about the 4th to today. The Australian dollar yen has been going down. So we're looking at a sell trade. So on a sell trade, I can take more pips if I'm trading with the trend than if I'm trading against the trend. So I am trading with the trend. We're selling into a down market. Now, the other thing I want to do, I'm going to take this off here just so that it's a little easier to look at. Oops. Come on. Delete. I want to know, I'm going to pull it up even a little closer so I can see. I want to know how much distance we have here. So I'm going to take the measure. Oops. What do we got here? Why is it? I want to know how much distance we have here between the lines. So if I take the measure tool, I've got 8 pips, 7 pips down. You can see it up in the middle there. And I've got 32 pips till I hit this line. So 8 pips down. Now the issue is taking a trade here. I am not going to trade through the resistance line. So right now our max, the max trade we can take is 8 pips. So that tells me how much we can go for. Now the next thing I want to know is what's happening with the other time charts. So I've got, this is a chart that shows one pair, in this case, the pound yen, and it shows it over 6 different time periods: a minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, 1 day. I want to see what's going on the 2 hour and 4 hour chart to kind of confirm that I like the trade. So because I've got the setup. So here is the setup. Again, all the lines are going down. Now the difference that we've got here is now we no longer have the double cross. So the signal is weakened while we've been looking at it. When I'm looking for confirmation, when I look to the 2 hour, I want to see us overbought on the 2 hour, and I want to see us overbought on the 4 hour. We're not overbought. We're oversold. So if we were overbought, I wouldn't care if the lines weren't pointing down, but I do want to see that we're overbought, because if we're overbought, it's coming down. But if one chart is overbought and the other two, here we're oversold, we've got conflict. And I don't like to trade when there's conflict. So this trade, we're not going to take because the 1 hour chart doesn't agree with the 2 hour chart. And while we've been looking at it, we lost a double cross. It's weakened up, and the pressure's weakened up a little bit too. The pressure is now, it's still slightly down. Well, the green is slightly down, but it's more sideways than it was when we first started looking at it. Yeah, it's more sideways. So we're going to pass. We're going to change signals now. We've got about 5 minutes left on the hour, and we are going to look at another little scalp trade. That other little scalp trade is what I call the thick orange line trade. And on the thick orange line trade, we are looking to see what the thick orange line is doing. And the thick orange line is a scaled number, and it is scaled between 10 when it is as high as it can go. And you can see the last 1, 2, 3 hours, it's been at 10. When it is at 10, that is telling us it doesn't believe there's any more up in the movement. So if there's no more up in the movement, that's a good sell time. However, we don't want to trade on one signal alone. So I want confirmation that it is indeed overextended. And I'm going to get that confirmation by looking and seeing what the majors and minors are telling me. If this is at 10, I want all of these lines to be well above the blue. And right now they're not. They're in the middle of the channel. So I'm going to pass. 9. It doesn't have to be exactly 10. It has to be within 1 point of 10. So 9 is within 1 point of 10. But again, looking at my majors and minors, I'm oversold here. I want the lines to be up here. So there's conflict. So I'll pass. 10. So I've got part one of the signal, and it's been at 10 for 3 hours in a row. But again, my minors, majors and minors aren't well above. Because what I'm looking for is when everything is overextended, there's like a pull on it. You can think of it as an elastic. And when the candle changes, there's going to be a little snap. And what we're trying to do is get that little snap at the top of the hour. So we don't have it here. USD Canadian, 0.7. So that is within 1 of 0 down here. It's within 1 of 0. I look down to my majors and minors. The minors are oversold, but the majors aren't. I really want to have the majors way down here, and I want to have them well below the line like the minors are here. So I don't have it. So let's just keep going. 0.3, which is within 1 of 0. But again, the major and minor lines are in the wrong spot. These should be way down here. USD JPY 0.3 is no good. So let's go to the next group. 0.7 isn't close enough. 7 isn't close enough. 7 isn't close enough. 9 is good. AUD NZD. And I've got the majors well above. Like, I love this. This is when I'm looking to see what the majors are doing. That red line is nice and up there. The issue is I don't have the minors up there. So I'm going to see what else we have because I don't like to break the rules. Now, I want to see everybody up there to get that move. So we're gonna just keep going. 7.7, 4.4, nothing. So let's keep going. 7, no. 5, no. 6, no. 6, no. 4, no. 2, no on the Bitcoin. So we've gone through 18 charts so far. 5, no. 7, no. No. Close, but no cigar. It's a little too high. Now down here, if this were 1, I would think about it. Even though the miners have started to turn because they have come down here. 3, no. 1, 7, no. So sorry, gang. Let's go back and we'll take a look at what was it? The AUD NZD. AUD NZD. Some people will wait to see if this jumps and it didn't. If it jumps a point, now we've got all the lines up here. Now this is a good trade, but we got to wait an hour. We got to wait for it to do its thing for an hour. So I'm glad we hung back on this because the miners weren't there yet. Now the miners are where we need them to be. So this is a very nice thick orange line setup. We're at 10. All the lines are well above the blue line. So this morning, we analyzed a 10-point trade on the Australian dollar yen, but we didn't. As we started to go through the details, the signal weakened up, and then we didn't get confirmation on the longer period time chart. So we started to see the signal on the 1 hour, but we then didn't see it on the 2 and 4 hour. So we passed. We went to the thick orange line trade. We went through 24. The market's a little weird right now in that we went through that large. We went through the 24 different pairs, and we had many situations where we had a 10 or a 0, but the miners were entirely in the other spot. So the setup wasn't there. So sometimes the best trade you take is the one that you don't. And that is what we've done this morning. Let's see if we've got any questions. No questions. Thank you for being here. Our goal is to make you great traders and give you insights on how to best navigate with the tools. If you have any questions, go back to your coach or reach out to me. We will see you Monday evening at 6:30 p.m. Thanks so much. See you then. Bye-bye.